Am I the a-hole for asking my friend to pay me back for the wine he drank while at my house? So I, 26 female, had a friend, 27 male, watch my place and my cat for the weekend. I told him he could help himself to whatever in the kitchen, which I thought was just like common sense for snacks and stuff. I get back and realize he opened this $120 bottle of vintage Barolo, which is like a sort of like wine.
Oh.
Um, I was saving for my promotion. He literally drank the whole thing alone while watching Netflix. That was like such a vibe though. When I asked him about it, he got all weird and said that I gave him permission because the wine was in the kitchen. Like, okay, but who drinks $100 bottle of wine without asking first? I sent him a Venmo for $80, gave him a discount, lol. So great. Okay. And now he's calling me tacky and told our group chat I'm a bad host. I feel like there's literally an unwritten rule of guest logic. What is she talking about? Where you don't touch the most expensive thing in the house. If I tell you to help yourself to my garage, it doesn't mean you can just drive off. Sorry, it doesn't mean you can just drive off in my car. IDK, am I the butthole here? He's making me feel like I'm being extra, but I feel like he totally took advantage of me. IDK, it's also just $120. What do you think?
I think if he didn't want the bottle of wine drink, he probably could have like said something about that.
Exactly, because it's like whenever like people come over and I'm like, you literally help yourself out to whatever I need.
Yeah.
It's like, this is your house, make yourself at home.
Like charging your friends for that is crazy too.
But yeah, it's so weird. Like, if because like, there's a lot of context that is missing where it's like, okay, but did she pay him to house sit?
Yeah.
Like, cause then if he's just doing that for free and now you're charging him for drinking wine at your house, even though you told him that he could help himself to whatever. And yeah. Plus another thing is it's like how would he even know it was that expensive?
Exactly. You can't like tell how expensive wine is just from looking at it unless you're like a wine expert.
Yeah, yeah. Like I honestly like I don't know, like dumb when it comes to wine. So if I went to my friend's house and they had a bottle of wine, I would have assumed it's cheap because I get cheap wine. Yeah. Ton be like, it's probably $8 or something. But for me it's weird. Like I imagine if it was like you, like and you out of the kindness of your heart come house sit and take care of my cat. And then you just want to chill. Cause it's like as I feel like if you're friends, you want them to enjoy the time here.
Mhm.
You want them to like have fun while also taking care of your house and your cats. And it's just such a weird thing to get mad about. Like, oh, you did what I told you was okay with me for you to do. I don't know.
Like if it's that special, maybe put it somewhere else
Yeah,
where
I'd really put like a big label being like, don't touch this or some, I don't know. Like, I feel like it was on her for not communicating.
I agree.
Um, so here's some comments.
I'm like trying not to read them as you're like about to read them to me.
Wait, it's a surprise. Don't do that. Um, nope. Commented. You told him to help himself to whatever. He did. Most people can't distinguish, that's literally what you're saying, can't distinguish between a $15 and a $120 bottle of wine. And most people aren't going to read a receipt you left lying around either. You're the butthole. This one's on you. Like, I totally agree with that, where it's like I said, I don't feel like you should tell people to help themselves to whatever if you don't mean it.
Exactly.
Like,
That's wild.
imagine if it was like, I don't know, it's like you're like, oh, just do whatever you want. And then they eat like your the bag of chips that you were singing, like they didn't know. Like you should have told them.
Just like take the L and move on and don't Venmo request your friends.
Literally take the L because like, okay, so you're like, I don't for me it was weird that she was like, oh, I like Venmo him for $80. Like I gave him a discount. I'm like,
Okay, great discount. It's still $80. What a good friend.
Also, on that topic, like you mentioned, it's, like, weird to, like, charge friends, but it's, like, for me, it's, like, so weird for let's say, for example, like, we go out and, like, I'm like, "Oh, I'll get you, like, a boba," it's, like, totally fine. Or something, I'm like, "Oh, I'll purchase it for us if, like, you don't have money," or something like that. For me, it's weird the people that, like, after, like, Venmo their friends for the one drink.
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's, like, $6. You'll be fine.
I know.
It's really not that deep."
My sister did that to me once for like $8, and I was like,
Okay, but I feel like with siblings it's different because because of if my sibling, my brother or something ate my favorite bag of chips, so we would fight. We would
yeah.
jokes, we would throw hands. We have different standards for siblings. Mm. Yeah, another person. I'm a wine drinker and I can't tell from the bottle whether it's a $25 bottle or a $300 one.
Yeah.
It's crazy how expensive mine is. It's really wild.
Mm, I get like the cheapest kinds. I like the sweet kind, really.
Yeah, like Moscatos and stuff like that.
I like Moscatos and I like Stella Rosa
Stone
wine.
Rosa is good, yeah, for sure. Okay, am I the a-hole for calling my girlfriend gross? Depends on the context. If she like peed your sheets on purpose, then I'd be like, okay, you're
Yeah.
or something like that. It's like, hello Reddit. I am 23 male and I have been with my girlfriend, Layla, 22 female, for 6 months. Everything has been really great so far. But 2 days ago, I stayed for a few days with Layla in her apartment, which she shares with two roommates, all women. Also, I have to note that Layla has long hair, almost down to her butt, but not quite. Um, we both had 3 days off, and her roommates went to go stay with their family for a week. I think they're sisters. Anyways, they gave us the okay for me to stay at their place for 3 days. Well, the second morning, Layla was called into work for just a couple of hours to help with something that her coworkers weren't trained for. Anyways, she went and then came back and took a shower. Then she got out. I noticed that her hair was still dry and she didn't wash it. Forget something? I asked. She looked confused, so I told her that she didn't wash her hair. Lily just laughed and explained to me that she just washed her hair yesterday. Me. So you aren't going to wash it today? Her. No. You aren't supposed to wash your hair every day. Me. Says who? I wash my hair every day. Okay. Obviously, it's because you're bald. Um, um, her. Yeah, but you have very short hair. Clock it. It's a known fact that washing your hair every day is not good for it. At this point, I was very skeptical as it sounds made up. Uh, it's crazy. And just an excuse to be lazy. You would think if you have longer hair, then that's more of a reason to wash it more often. So I asked her how often she would washes her hair, and she said twice a week. At which point I told her that she was gross, and she got very upset and locked herself in a room. She didn't come out for a long time, so I just left and went home. She hasn't answered my calls or spoken to me since. I asked my friends, and they, you can't even write, dude. Okay,
Oh.
come on, like, what are you talking about? And they seem split. My sister and two of her friends told me that I was the a-hole, but two of my other friends said that I'm in the right and sounds weird that she doesn't wash her hair daily. So, am I the butthole?
He sucks.
Literally, like, it's the thing that annoys me. It's like, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, people with long hair, like, the natural oils in your hair are good for it. Like, obviously, you don't wanna go, like, a whole week without washing your
Yeah.
hair, but, like, skipping a day or two is, like as long as you're, like, still washing your body and stuff like that, like
Yeah, and everyone's hair is like different. So some people don't need to wash their hair as often.
yeah, especially, like, with super textured hair, if
Mhm.
it's not like, people literally have, like, wash days and stuff like that,
Yeah.
so and it's just, like, it's annoying that he instead of, trying to understand or, like, Googling it, like, Google it,
Yeah.
like Instead he jumps straight to like dismissing what his girlfriend is saying. And is like, no, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Is this, I don't know, weird?
He's the hair expert, apparently.
Um,
Don't deserve to have girlfriends, in my opinion.
a lot of them really don't,
It's sad.
It really is. Cause, so I know that there's like a-hole women, like, but if you go on like a lot of these, the majority of like just the most heinous like takes on relationships come from men.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or they'll be like, you know what makes me sad? Those like those titles that are like, it's like a woman talking and asking for advice. It's like, am I the a-hole for here for such and such? And then throughout the story you're reading it and you're like, no, like you're underreacting. Like this was like horrific. Like you need to leave him ASAP.
Yeah.
And it's super common. But the way that he's just like, oh, she's just making this up and is using it as an excuse to be lazy. I'm like,
That's crazy.
that's what you think of your girlfriend? Like
Mhm.
for something so minuscule? That's crazy.
Yeah.
He was acting like she doesn't wash her butt or something.
He probably doesn't wash it,
probably-
but
When I found that out, I was shocked. Like the majority, like
oh, men don't wash their butt.
that a lot of men don't wash. That's so weird. With their excuses like, oh, like I washed my hair and the water is trickling down to my yeah. That's just so
Same with like
gross.
feet. Like if you're not like scrubbing your feet,
Yeah,
you're gross for that.
like can we like not just like clean ourselves everywhere? Am I the butthole or is my girlfriend insane? Okay, why is your girlfriend insane?
We're not off to a good start.
No. We deducted some points just for that title. Um, my girlfriend and I have been together about 3 months. Okay, 3 months. Okay, let's see what happened within those 3 months. We met in an arcade while I was with my previous girlfriend, but that relationship was sucky, and I knew it was coming to an end. My now current girlfriend and I got along really well in the first 2 months, but recently she's been pointing out that apparently I'm arrogant. Yeah, even by like the way he's like writing this, it's like, okay, you are
Yeah.
like full of yourself because okay. Which I think is total BS. Some of the time she uses against me are either when I was joking or didn't know I was being cocky or rude. Honestly, I'm not even sure I was. One she uses against me a lot about me apparently being a jerk and treating her badly is when I make jokes in front of our friends. For instance, just some small comment when we're on the topic of relationships. Oh yeah, she's a bottom. What? Especially if it's around his bros. That's I would not like that. That's humiliating.
That is.
Unless she's like okay with it. Like if she was okay with it, I'd be like, you know what? Your relationship, do whatever you want. But she's clearly not okay with it.
Yeah.
But she's like communicating it and she's like, yeah, I don't like it. You're being a jerk. And he's still choosing to do it. And it's a small nudge to her elbow or something. She also keeps telling me I'm not respecting her boundaries because she told me not to touch her food. And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about this all the time. She hates it when I touch her food in public for like no reason, and it will generally smack my hand off. Not a light tap to get me off of it, a full on slap. She also has gotten to the point where she will sleep on the couch instead of with me because I touch her too much while she's trying to sleep. Isn't that like what relationships are about?
Ew,
I
he's
hate this
gross.
guy. Mind you, this is like 8, 8:30 p.m. She complains about me having this massive ego, which I really don't even have and have. I'm pretty sure she's making it up. Or she would just tell me that I think I'm too good and then I need to stop thinking I'm better than everyone. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit I'm good at stuff or pretty attractive, but I'm not flaunting it. Is this a fake cause? This is rage bait. This is like literally rage bait, but like that is just like this guy pisses me off. And that I throw sorry, TLDR, my girlfriend thinks I'm too cocky and that I throw her under the bus a lot. I don't think so. Like, what are your opinions on this off the bat?
I think if your girlfriend is choosing to sleep on the couch, like, you're probably doing something to that she doesn't wanna be around you.
Yeah,
Like,
you probably stink.
yeah.
Yeah. This is one of those guys that you know in like 30, 40 years is going to be up in the retirement home with no one visiting him around because he's insufferable. Um, yeah, good on her for slapping you, honestly.
I wish she would punch him next time.
Although, like, I wouldn't be sleeping on the couch. He would be sleeping on the couch. Like, I'm not going to let you ruin my mood and take my bed at the same time. Go sleep on the couch. Um, There's the first comment. She sounds right. If you didn't have the ego that she says you do, then you would change to be more respectful of her.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're obnoxious, rude, disrespectful, and deliberately obtuse. Hopefully, she develops a backbone and self-worth and ditches you. Oh my gosh.
That's, like, harsh, but
That is harsh. Um, yeah, literally, this person's like, she's asking for basic respect. That's literally like what it is. Like, and the worst part is like, you have it easy because she's communicating to you
yeah.
exactly what she doesn't like, and you're still choosing to be like, "Nah, man, like, this
Mhm.
is just how I am." I feel like a lot of people have that issue too, especially like where they're like, "Oh, this is just how I am. I don't need to change.
And
I'm
then
good."
refuse to go to therapy.
Yeah, I feel like it's like more prevalent. Again, like I feel like we're dogpiling on men, but I do feel like a lot of men really do struggle with that, or just don't want to change. And like, dude, there was this one person in my life that literally like multiple people actually, let's be honest. Where it's like the dating world is like really hard right now. So this one individual, like he could not find any girl. But
Mhm.
then yeah, and um but he was one of those people that was just like, "Oh, I don't need to change. Whoever I meet will have to love me just the way I am." I'm like, "Okay, like, we're already starting off bad. You're
Yeah.
because what you're saying is that, like, you don't really care for others, like, like, this is your partner. Like, you're supposed to change. You're supposed to
Exactly.
evolve together. Like, especially in long-term relationships, if you're wanting a long-term relationship, like, there's gonna be a lot of ups and downs,
Mhm.
and you're gonna have to change, like, for the better, or else it's, like, not gonna work, you know?
Yeah. I can't imagine, like, not caring about personal growth, like, at all.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
not, like, wanting to grow with time.
yeah, yeah, like, sometimes I think about it, it's like, okay, like, when, like, we're, like, all done with our lives, like, you know that thing where it's, like, your whole life flashes before your eyes?
Yeah.
Like, do you really wanna have the memory of you just being, like, miserable and, like, so, like, self-absorbed?
And telling people on the internet that your girlfriend is, like, insane.
It's like immediately going to, like, Reddit to try to look for validation, like, you're not trying to better yourself or you're not trying to understand
Yeah.
like you say you are, like, you just want validation, you want people to tell you that you're right, and because it's also weird because like, at least in my relationship, like, I feel like a lot of relationships also, like, it's understood that there's gonna be times when you guys disagree. There's been times when I've been really mad at my partner. But I'm not, like, gonna jump straight to social media and, like, blast them. Like,
Yeah, that's really, like
it's like, I don't know. It's just like, do you want this person to get hurt? Like, do you want people to, like, just go off on your partner? Especially if you're gonna get back with
yeah.
like, if they, like, really did you dirty and you're like, "Yeah, like, screw them." Especially if, like, they're, like, a actual, like, really bad person, then it's like, "Okay, totally get it." Like, full on, like, blast them up, like but, like, over, like, little petty things, I'm like, it's a little much if it's a little petty thing or a miscommunication or something like that, you put all of it online. I don't know. I feel like it can be a lot more harmful
Yeah.
than not, like, for both parties, you know? Um, but yeah, that I don't know. I also think it's crazy being this level of delusional.
Yeah. Do you think that that's, like, actually someone real, or do you think they're rage baiting?
It honestly feels like rage bait, right?
I would hope that it's rage bait, but, like, it wouldn't surprise me if someone was actually that oblivious.
Wait, do you wanna read it real quick?
Yes.
I'll always censor the okay. Okay, am I the butthole for this coat? Looking at my friend's hoo-ha. Throw away as my friends know I use Reddit. I'm a lesbian and have been out since I was a teenager. I'm now 26. This has mostly been fine except for one friend. We'll call her Julia. She always makes snide comments about not wanting to be near her when we discuss girl stuff. I usually ignore it. Okay, Julia is not your friend.
Wait, who does she not want around her?
She doesn't want OP around them.
Oh,
When they talk about girly things, like,
sus.
I think that's like so weird too, where it's like, let's say like you're like, oh, I'm bi, or like, oh, I'm lesbian, or I'm gay, or stuff like that. And so like some people will be so weird about being like, oh yeah, don't get a crush on me. I'm like, okay, you're not my type. First of all, like, humble yourself. Um, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's like homophobic,
It is homophobic.
literally. It- Um, anyways, because lockdown has erased, sorry. Anyways, because lockdown has eased where I am, me and a few others decided to go to my friend Sasha's pool for a party. Um, we were all getting changed in Sasha's bedroom when I noticed a big black furry thing out of the corner of my eye. Like, no. A big black furry thing. Quite literally assuming it was a cat. I turned to look. Nope. It's Julia's pubes sticking out of her bikini bottom. Oh my god. I go over to her and subtly communicates that her literal hoo-ha is hanging out of her bikini. I whisper, "Your pubes are out." And she spins around and calls me a pervert.
Oh my god.
Not knowing how to react, I just stand there in shock as she berates me for looking at her hoo-ha. Okay, like, here's, like, my thought process on this, like, wouldn't you want someone to tell you if your literal views are out before, like, you go out in
Yeah.
public? Because like, if she hadn't said anything, then she would just go out and embarrass herself, like,
Mhm.
um, I decided that you shouldn't argue it's stupid, so I laughed and went out to enjoy the party. A few minutes later, Sasha comes out to ask me what happened. I explain the situation with Julia, to which she rolls her eyes and tells me not to worry. The rest of the night was awesome. I'm glad she didn't ruin her night. Yeah, because like, it's like, sorry your pubes were out. I was trying to help you.
Mhm.
However, I'm getting texts from my friends telling me not to try and turn other people into lesbians. What? The other friends? And that I'm a pervert. You, what the heck?
She was just embarrassed and she had to like flip the situation into
I wonder if Julia was like warping the story to the other friends, or if like the because like it sounds to me like the other friends are also being homophobic. Like none of these people are your friends.
no.
Like you need to run out of there and find a different like group of friends because they obviously
Ugh, that makes me sad for them.
yeah. It's like so Reddit. Am I the butthole for telling Julia that her vag was out was hanging out? Edit. Thank you so much to everyone who commented. I'd like to clarify that it was a lip. No. Never thought I'd have to type this. LOL. Her, her I'm sorry. Her butt had sort of absorbed her bikini. Not something you see every day. I've been messaging my friends back and forth who have apologized. I still wouldn't be their friends. Like, if I'm being honest, like, even after they apologize, I'd still be like, okay, like,
Yeah.
yeah, let me cry about it for a bit, but then, like, I'm not talking to you ever again. Like, that's wild. Um, Apparently, Julia had told them something completely different. Oh, yeah, literally, like, that's what we were talking about. Like, I feel like Julia probably, like, twisted the story. Namely, that I was staring at her area, as she called it, for a good few minutes before pointing it out. As I said, you can't really argue with stupid. Anyways, I blocked Julia on all platforms and have talked to our mutual friends. Turns out not many people like her. I don't have Facebook, so I hadn't seen that she'd been posting some pretty racist stuff. What?
Oh.
Oh, Julia, don't.
I mean, she's homophobic, so I would
Yeah.
believe that she's also racist.
Okay, so I guess the friends got a different, like, story. What did
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, like their initial reaction was just like kind of like rude. Also, I think it's weird to just completely assume that one person's telling the full truth,
Mhm.
you know? Anyways, I blocked Julia on all platforms and I've talked to him. Oh, sorry. Slightly confused about why she was even invited, to be honest. We've agreed to cut her off and hopefully never see her again. I don't know. I think it's weird because it's like, okay, so the other friends knew that she was racist and were keeping her in the friend group
Yeah.
until just now. Like, I don't know. I I don't know though. I'm not friends with racist people, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think Julia sucks. I think she's homophobic and allegedly racist too.
Yeah.
And like it's not her fault that Julia's bush was out and that it distracted her a little bit, you know?
It's like, oh, in the beginning, she was like a big black furry.
Like it's got to be pretty like nothing wrong with having a bush, but
Nothing
like
wrong with that.
also if it's going to be out, like people are probably going to say something about
But
it.
yeah, no, like OP was doing the right thing by being like, hey, like don't go out like
Mhm.
that. Like you and like I get being embarrassed. Like if I don't know, like I'm trying to put myself in Julia's shoes. If that happened, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't jump straight to like trying to frame my friend.
Mhm.
Like alleged. Like I said, I don't think Julia was ever this person's friend. Julia sounds horrible. um, not not the a-hole. Even though she's uncomfortable with you, I feel like telling her would be less embarrassing than going out with your pubes hanging out of, of your bathing suit.
Mhm.
It'd be like someone telling you your skirt is stuck in your panties and needs to be fixed before you walk into public. Yeah, that's literally like, yeah, same thing. This person's being like, OP, Julia is not your friend. Stop talking to her. She see her only when you must and never alone.
I agree with that one. She sucks.
Like I said, I guess like if the friend group got like a different story, I would understand why they immediately attacked OP. But I do think it's weird if they knew that she was like racist and they still were okay with her until this happened. I also
Mhm.
think it's weird to like have like secret animosity with someone that is allegedly your friend. Like she was like, "Oh, like I found out everyone hates Julia." I'm like, "Okay, then why were you guys Julia's
Exactly.
friends? Like what's going on here?" Just let Julia go, destroy some other But
Yeah, she needs to throw away the whole friend group.
oh, this person brought up a good point. I hadn't really thought about that. Hijacking to say that just because lockdown ends isn't a good reason to go to a pool party. I didn't even think about that
When was
because
that? Like when was this?
when was this? Well, this was posted 6 years ago. That was
So it was like literally 2020.
2020, yeah. And so this was like peak of COVID, right? Like this
Sounds like it.
yeah. But it's crazy how many people were going out and like partying, like
It made me so mad.
but like huge parties.
Mhm.
It's like people are dying, okay? And
Mhm.
people are yeah, that's like really inconsiderate. Um, food stuck in your teeth, booger hanging out from your nose. Too many talk about. But I appreciate if someone mentions it, and of course, I don't care because that's how I roll. Then let it be. Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, I get more angry when it's like the whole day I was just walking around with cilantro on my teeth. and no one said anything.
I
I'm
know.
like, oh my gosh, I talked to so many people, no one told me anything. Like, I don't know.
Have you ever had those cupcakes that like turn your mouth like they like completely blue or something?
Yeah, I have.
That happened to me at school once. And there
You didn't notice it.
and someone I was eating the cupcake like in my classroom alone. I thought that it was like a safe moment, but it was like around Halloween, and then a classroom came and like trick or treated at my door, and I opened the door with a blue mouth and gave them candy with my blue mouth.
At least it was Halloween.
Yeah.
I have crazy dreams,
Hmm.
but like I have scary dreams. So I don't know if I can share those here. No, but this one time I had a dream that I was being chased by like a like a pig fry cook.
Ew.
It was like this huge pig. And I was just running like crazy. And yeah,
Pigs kind of scare me.
pigs?
Have you seen Spirited Away? The pig scene?
That freaked me out.
Yeah.
Like, I love Spirited Away though. It's a really good movie. But yeah, pigs, I think baby pigs are cute. When they start getting bigger, they kind of scare me because like they eat people.
Ew, yeah.
Like they will literally eat anything, like people.
That's scary.
Yeah, I don't.